Today we're going deep on something a little different. Yeah, we're
Oh,
going to be diving into the lyrical universe of Cosmic Jester.
interesting.
You know, that internet artist, always
Mm.
stirring the pot with their music.
Yeah, yeah. I get you.
So we're going to unpack their lyrics, try to get to the meaning behind them, see what they're saying about humanity,
Okay.
the good, the bad,
Yeah.
the strange, all of it.
Well, what I find fascinating about Cosmic Jester is that willingness to explore those extremes, you know?
Yeah,
Like the uncomfortable truths that we just don't like to talk about. Most people just shy away from that stuff.
right.
It's almost as if they're holding up a mirror to society and making us look at our own biases, our own beliefs,
Exactly.
all that stuff we try to ignore.
And we're starting with a song that goes right at a really heavy issue, the man.
Okay. Yeah.
When Jester sings, they perpetuate stereotypes, raising up gangsters in movies, music, and news. I mean, that feels like they're pointing the finger at the systems that keep certain groups down.
It's very much a critique of systemic racism, right?
Yeah.
And how it's woven into our entire culture. I mean, it's everything from media portrayals to, just opportunities.
Yep.
Jester's argument seems to be that these negative stereotypes, they just feed this cycle. Poverty, crime, all that makes it so hard for people to escape, to break free.
And then that feeling of being trapped,
Oh, yeah.
it shows up again in 9 to 5, too.
Uh,
I mean, come on, who hasn't felt that soul-crushing grind?
right.
Like when Jester sings, work, eat, sleep, repeat. No life outside of your box.
It's bleak, but it's real.
It is.
Like that feeling of being a cog in the machine, a tiny part of a huge system,
Yeah.
just slowly waiting for death to ring that bell. It's kind of scary how powerless you can feel sometimes.
You really do.
Like the system is stacked against you no matter what you do.
Totally. And then Jester throws this curveball at us with "Don't scam welfare." Well, this one is actually pretty funny when you think about it.
Yeah, yeah.
This idea of a big, ridiculous scheme to buy soda in bulk and then mark it way up at a football game.
Right. It's over the top, for sure.
It is.
But you got to think it makes you ask yourself, what about social responsibility?
Right.
Ethics, choices, all that. Jester's playing around with this idea, right?
Yeah.
Exploiting the system.
All right.
But also poking fun at all those stereotypes about people on welfare.
And speaking of stereotypes, get a job, hippie. It's a lot more, I don't know, confrontational, I guess.
Yeah.
With lines like, stop sucking on welfare's teeth. Can't you be discreet? Pretty harsh.
It is. Seems to be a direct jab at people who, need government help.
Yeah, but it sparks this whole debate. Personal responsibility versus, systemic issues.
Exactly.
Is Jester saying we should all just pull ourselves up by our bootstraps?
Mm-hmm.
Or are they, just feeding into harmful stereotypes about people struggling to get by?
It's open to interpretation, for sure. Really makes you think.
Then Jester goes full on dark side with I'm a bigot. This song, it's unsettling, to be honest.
It is.
Where Jester is all about xenophobia, specifically against aliens. Aliens. Kill them all.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think it's important to remember that Jester is often putting on a persona,
All right.
embracing these extreme viewpoints just to get a rise out of you.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, they're tapping into that primal fear of the other, the unknown. Aliens are just a stand-in, really, for
Right.
any group that's seen as different, a threat, We've seen this throughout history.
And that fear of the unknown gets even bigger in Reptilian Overlords, right? This one paints a pretty dystopian future where reptilian beings are in control.
Oh, yeah.
First, I'll crush the world economy, and then I'll burn down every tree, move you out of your homeland, and put you in mega cities. I'll pack you, I'll stack you. Chilling stuff. Almost like a conspiracy theory song.
It plays into those anxieties we all have. Control, power, it's all there.
It is.
The reptilian overlords, they're those unseen forces, right? The ones people feel are manipulating their lives, calling all the shots.
Like who?
Governments, corporations, some shadowy elite. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Nice people is interesting, too. Takes a pretty cynical view of kindness. Like, it's always a cover for something bad.
Mm-hmm.
Serial killers are the only ones that nice. What are you really up to? Makes you wonder about everyone's motives.
It really does. It makes you think about how we judge intentions.
Yeah.
Jester might be saying, don't trust surface-level niceness. There could be something darker lurking underneath.
Right.
Like a reminder that we humans are complex,
Yeah.
full of contradictions.
So true. Now, this one's a tough one. Jester tackles a very sensitive subject with, I'm transphobic.
Yeah.
We got to approach this carefully because the lyrics present a very harmful and very distorted viewpoint.
Definitely. This isn't about endorsing transphobia. It's more about exposing it.
Okay.
Jester is stepping into the shoes of someone who's struggling with their partner's transgender identity.
Right.
All their transphobia comes out in their words, their actions. It's painful, but it's real.
The lyrics are tough to hear, yeah. Misgender my girlfriend, can't let it slide. Man, dude, bro, you're not a woman, don't lie.
It's hard, but it's necessary. It forces us to confront the reality of transphobia and how much it hurts.
It does. So it's like Jester is showing us the worst of humanity. Those parts we'd rather pretend don't exist.
Exactly. And in doing so, they're challenging us to look at our own biases, our own prejudices, even the ones we don't realize we have.
Right. It's uncomfortable, but that's how we grow, how we understand.
You got it.
Okay, so we've seen how Cosmic Jester tackles those big societal issues, but they also get personal, like with relationships. I'm a feminist, for example. It kind of flips the script on traditional power dynamics, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's about equality, about self-defense, no matter who you are.
You know, it's actually refreshing to hear a song that empowers people to stand up for themselves.
I agree.
Regardless of gender, like when Jester sings, a man or woman 180 pounds, lay a fist on me, you're going down, equal rights and equal fights.
Powerful.
It's so clear violence is never okay, and everyone has the right to defend themselves, period.
It's interesting, though, how Jester then gives us, made me do it, right?
Right.
Which is all about the manipulation you see in abusive relationships.
Yeah, and the lyrics, they paint this chilling picture, you know, like, it's the big game, football's on, boys are over. She starts talking, trying to be heard, but I'm lost in the game, ignoring every word. It's like emotional neglect.
And then it gets dark.
Yeah.
Fast.
Oh, yeah.
She's bruised and broken. But that's her fault for not making me a sandwich.
Whoa. That line, it's like classic victim blaming.
Yeah.
Shifting all the blame onto the person they're hurting. It's insidious, right? Because it reminds you that abuse, it takes so many forms. And it's never, ever the victim's fault.
Then Jester takes us to the internet with the hallway of social media. It's about technology and how it impacts our connections with each other. I felt that one for sure. They build social media to connect us. Yet we're more alone than ever.
Yeah.
Algorithmic crack feeds on need as real connections disappear.
It's like a paradox, isn't it?
Totally.
Social media is supposed to connect us, right? But it can also lead to this, like, isolation. Yeah. The constant comparing, the curated feeds, the pressure to be perfect online, it's all fake.
It is.
And it can just chip away at real interaction.
Yeah.
Leave you feeling disconnected.
That feeling of being controlled by forces you can't see, it pops up again in voting time too, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Jester's pretty cynical about political systems in this one. Like our choices.
Meaningless.
Yeah. You're voting for nothing because I actually run the world. Red or blue, it's all the same. Both sides bow to my name.
I mean, it's like straight up nihilism almost.
Yeah.
When it comes to democracy anyway.
But it speaks to how disillusioned people feel, doesn't it?
It does. You know, that sense that the system is rigged, that your vote doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Agree or not, it shows how frustrated people are with those in power.
Okay, hold on tight, because my master plan takes us down a rabbit hole, a deep one.
Okay.
This song lays out this wild conspiracy theory, flat Earth, staged alien invasion. I mean, it's a lot.
This one takes it to a whole other level, doesn't it?
It does.
With lyrics like, the world is flat, and how the devil at being round was just propaganda, and one day NASA's going to say we found aliens and they made all religions of old. I mean, wow.
Wow, that's right.
Jester's tapping into this deep distrust, you know? Authority, official narratives, all that. Like, what if reality is just, you know, a lie we've all been fed? It makes you think.
It really does. What I find interesting, though, is the blend of humor and paranoia in this song.
Oh, for sure. I mean, yeah, you can laugh it off. Just entertainment, right?
Yeah.
But there's this undercurrent of unease.
Right.
Makes you question everything. What do we believe? Why do we believe it?
Exactly. Okay, next. Jester turns their attention to the art world, right? With art. And it's not pretty.
Oh, no.
It's this cynical view that art is all about money, manipulation. Forget genuine expression.
Yeah.
Lines like, people say art is hard, but it's not. It's a joke, a Kansas for crime, the perfect cloak. Galleries are fronts for the deals in the dark. Like, whoa.
Deep distrust there, right, of the art market, the whole scene.
Absolutely.
Jester's implying that true art, real expression, gets buried under greed, pretension, agendas.
And that makes you think, right, what is the purpose of art? What does it mean?
Exactly. Big questions. No easy answers.
Okay, then we get anything you say can and will be used against you. This one's playful, I think, but also makes you think.
I like that one. It's like a commentary on the creative process, right?
Yeah.
Showing how everyday conversations, they can spark art, unexpected inspiration.
I better stop talking now. Anything I say can and will be used to make strange music. It's true, isn't it?
I mean, it makes you realize that artists, they draw from everything. Experiences, observations, they turn it into something new.
Exactly. There's also this self-awareness in the song, I think.
Oh, yeah. Like Jester knows their words could be twisted, taken out of context.
It's playful, but it's a reminder, right?
Mhm.
Art is subjective, open to interpretation. Yours, mine, everyone's.
And sometimes, that misinterpretation, the controversy, that's part of it, part of the art. Jester seems to embrace that, the idea that art can be polarizing. It doesn't have to be nice or easy to digest.
So from the soul-crushing grind of 9 to 5 to the dark side of the art world and art, Jester takes us on a ride
A wild one.
through all the good, the bad, the messy parts of being human.
And what strikes me is how willing they are to explore all of it. Those extremes,
Right.
dig into the dark, the uncomfortable parts of human nature. It's not always easy to listen to, but it definitely makes you think.
That it does. Oh, and speaking of making you think, Jester throws in some advice, too. If the shoe fits.
Oh, yeah. Like a self-help anthem, Jester style.
Totally. Blunt, but true.
Huh.
All you do is complain about everything in your life. It's your health, it's your time, it's your friends, it's your family.
Tough love, for sure.
It is.
But there's truth there. Jester's calling us out, right? Take responsibility for your own happiness. Stop blaming everyone else.
And then the advice. Practical, but maybe not what you'd expect. Start working out every single day. Find someone who loves you, hold them every day. Eat healthy, chicken, rice, and broccoli.
Straightforward.
Simple, right?
Yeah.
But effective. Take control of your life, make positive changes.
Jester doesn't shy away from, let's say, the more unusual sides of human nature either.
Right, like in that suit.
Furry fandom, right.
Yeah.
Blurs the lines, human and animal attraction. I mean, wow.
That's one of their more out there songs.
It is, exploring a subculture that, let's be honest, some people find weird, even creepy.
Yeah.
Lines like, sure, a human is in that suit, but your hands feel fur, your eyes see now. It makes you ask, what is attraction?
Good question.
How do we define identity?
Yeah.
All that. I don't think Jester is endorsing or condemning it, really.
Right.
More like using it to explore bigger themes, identity, desire, how fluid those things can be.
Then we get Christian dictatorship, which dives into that fear of, well, religious extremism.
Heavy stuff.
Oppression. It's scary.
Yeah.
This vision of society where freedom's gone, all in the name of dogma.
They're coming for you, coming to burn you like a witch at the stake. I mean, that's chilling. Pure paranoia and fear.
It is. Reminds you that power corrupts, right? Even the best intentions can go bad. Religious freedom, it's precious. It can disappear so easily.
That's the truth.
Jester doesn't hold back here. It's a dystopia, fear, and conformity everywhere. A warning, right, about what happens when authority goes unchecked. We have to fight to protect our rights. Always.
Couldn't agree more. It speaks to a bigger anxiety, too,
Yeah,
about extremism, intolerance. It can tear society apart.
it can. Whether you share those concerns or not, it makes you think.
It does.
We got to defend freedom, challenge anyone who tries to take it away.
100%.
Okay, we're in the digital world again,
Yeah.
deep in it, with Digital Cheeseburger. This is all about how addictive the internet is and how technology might even be controlling our minds.
Whoa. Yeah, I get that.
It's 2 a.m., your brain's in a daze, the digital world, it's so amazing. AI's got you trapped, it sealed your fate, AI shows you things you want to see, but AI eats your mind slow and steady.
Creepy, right. But also kind of true.
It is.
It's a great metaphor, though,
It is.
for how technology it can be good, it can be bad.
Liberating, enslaving, all of it.
Yeah, the digital cheeseburger, it's instant gratification, that constant flow of content
You can't stop.
keeps you hooked, even when you know you should log off, go to sleep, whatever.
And it's a warning, isn't it, about how seductive the digital world is.
Absolutely.
Be aware. Find balance. Think about your relationship with technology, because it's powerful.
It is. It makes you wonder about AI, too.
Right. What's it going to be like in the future? Could it really start messing with our thoughts, our actions?
Big questions. The song doesn't give us answers, but it makes us think about our own habits, our digital lives, the internet. It's amazing. So much potential.
Yeah.
But we got to be careful.
No doubt. Then we come to Musical Revolution, which is all about rebellion. Yes, self-expression through art. Breaking free from those societal norms, all those rules that try to stifle creativity.
This one is pure energy.
It is.
Celebrating artistic freedom, the power of music to challenge, to disrupt, to say, no more.
I won't be told what I can and can't say. This is a musical revolution. I mean, it's Jester's mission statement, right?
Absolutely. Pushing boundaries, speaking truth, no compromises.
They're not afraid to get in people's faces about it.
Nope.
Shut up. Don't tell me what I can't say. Give me freedom of speech or give me death.
Wow. A reminder, right, that artistic expression should be free.
100%.
No censorship. And that artists, it's their job to challenge us, to make us think.
It's a call to action for anyone who feels trapped, held back by expectations. True art comes from rebellion, from daring to be different.
I love that.
So we've covered so much ground here. Personal struggles, relationships, the anxieties we have about technology, control, all of it. But there's one song left. The one that ties it all together. The essence of Cosmic Jester. I'm Not Sorry. Ready to dive into the heart of it all.
Absolutely. I'm Not Sorry. Brings it all home. It's everything we've talked about. Unapologetic, defiant, that unwavering commitment to personal truth no matter what anyone else thinks. This is going to be good.
Okay, so we've really gone deep into Cosmic Jester's world, right?
Yeah.
All the critiques of society, how they look at relationships, those dark corners of human nature, all of it.
Yeah?
But now, it's time to face the music. Literally, I'm Not Sorry.
Here we go.
This feels like the climax, the grand finale, all those uncomfortable truths, those raw emotions.
Oh, yeah.
Just thrown back in the face of anyone who dares to judge.
And the lyrics are brutal, too. No, I'm not sorry. Cancel me, hate me, I don't care. It's like an anthem.
For what?
For being real. Unapologetically you.
You know what's interesting to me? There's a vulnerability in that.
Oh, absolutely.
And the defiance.
Yeah.
Like Jester saying, hey, this is me, take it or leave it.
You get it.
There's power in that, owning your truth.
Yeah.
Even if it makes people squirm.
It's a total rejection of all that pressure to conform.
Right.
Fit in, be what everyone expects. Jester's embracing being different, even if it means criticism, rejection, the whole 9 yards.
And they're not just rejecting it, they're challenging it.
Oh, yeah.
You're just an NPC to me, you're not even real, and then, wow, the only thing I'm sorry about is I didn't go far enough, piss you off more.
Yeah.
Like, they want a reaction.
It's a way of shaking things up, you know? Disrupting the status quo,
Yeah.
force people to pay attention.
Yeah.
Jester's not afraid of confrontation. It's almost like their art is a weapon.
Against what?
Apathy, complacency, all that, just going along with the flow stuff.
But I also hear a sense of responsibility in there too, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Words have power. They know that. Jester's not hiding behind irony, ambiguity, all that. They're saying, I said it, I meant it, I own every word.
It's a choice. It's deliberate. It's not just about shocking, offending for the sake of it. It's self-expression, and they're willing to face what comes with that.
Right. Like if you're going to criticize me, criticize the real me, not some version I made up to please you.
Exactly.
It's a bold move, takes guts.
It does. And that courage, it connects with people.
Even if they don't agree with everything Jester says.
Even then, it's the willingness to be vulnerable, to put yourself out there, to risk being misunderstood. People respect that.
So, okay, we're wrapping up this deep dive into the mind of Cosmic Jester. What's the takeaway? What sticks with us?
For me, it's that art can be so powerful.
Yeah.
For self-discovery, for critiquing society, all of it. It can challenge us, make us uncomfortable, and force us to face just how complex we are as humans.
It's a call to be real. Be you.
Totally.
Embrace who you are, use your voice, speak your truth, even if it's unpopular, even if people push back.
Life's too short to be anyone but yourself, right? Jester's music, it's an invitation to be bold, be brave, live with passion.
I love that. Thanks for joining us on this trip through Cosmic Jester's lyrics. Hope it gave you a new way of looking at their music.
I hope so too.
Maybe even spark some thoughts, some conversation.
It's always good.
Remember, art's meant to be experienced, debated, interpreted. So go listen to Cosmic Jester. Dive into those lyrics. Come to your own conclusions. And hey, who knows, maybe you'll find yourself saying, I'm not sorry too.